Well, hello there, Bestie viewer. It is I, Productivity Man. And I'm here to show you the ways that you can stay productive and break the evil spell of my nemesis and villain, the procrastination crustacean. Before we get into that superhero stuff, why not subscribe to Bestie and click the notification bell? Help Productivity Man by watching this video until the end. Productivity activate! So I hear you have a little problem with staying productive. Well, never fear, because that's my forte. I've pledged to fight against all things distracting. I will defend against anything that may disturb your workflow. I will keep you productive. Want to know how to be super productive like me? Here's how. Get a good night's sleep. Did you know that before you start a good day, you have to have a good night? You won't feel like getting anything done if you're too tired to drag yourself out of bed in the morning. Make sure you get at least 7 hours of sleep in order to give your body enough time to recharge and reset. Did you know that drinking alcohol can interrupt and ruin your sleep? Might want to rethink that nightcap, friend. Booze can interrupt your circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal clock, causing you to wake up at random times throughout the night. Drinking before bed can also block REM sleep, which is one of the most important parts of your sleep cycle. That's the restorative part of your sleep. If you don't get it, you're gonna feel groggy. And we all know how that evil crab loves to make poor innocent folks like yourself feel distracted. If you're tired, it'll be much harder to focus in the morning. Speaking of the morning, start your day off right. Let's make the most out of today. How do you do that? Well, it's simple. By eating breakfast, of course. Don't give in to the evil procrastination crustacean's ways by avoiding the most important meal of the day. If you eat a healthy, balanced breakfast in the morning, you'll have enough energy to keep you going and have a super productive day. We're talking about something healthy like oatmeal or fruit. If you count that chocolate donut as your breakfast, you're giving in to those dark forces at play. You'll end up feeling sluggish and tired and won't be feeling super like me. Clean up and have a dedicated workspace. Work from home? Work from an office? Doesn't matter. You can be productive anywhere. The key ingredient is to have a space that's dedicated to nothing but being productive. Make sure it's clean and ready to go before you sit down to work. We all know how chores can get in the way and plague our minds, distracting us from the task at hand. If your space isn't clean when you begin to work, you're more likely to take that opportunity to clean it up instead of focusing on the job. This is especially important to those with home offices. There are so many things you can get done around the house instead of work. But if those things are done or out of sight because you've dedicated an area of your house to work, it will be much easier to gain the powers of productivity. This also goes for those of you watching that work at an office too. If your desk is messy, it won't inspire you to get things done. Take it from me, a clean space is a happy space and fosters a great work environment. Now that your workspace is prepped and ready to go, it's time to prioritize. Make a to-do list. This isn't something you have to do. Rather, it's something that might just help you out. Putting things into perspective might not make the day seem so daunting. Now don't fall for the trap my nemesis might set for you by making a never-ending to-do list. That is just not the way. If you make this list too long, you may overwhelm yourself, and that's counterproductive. Might I suggest the superhero way? Take that list and cut it in half. Think of it as a less is more type of situation. List the most important things you have to do today, the ones with deadlines looming. If you have less to focus on, you can give more of your attention to those particular things. Which brings me to my next superhero tactic. When tackling many things at once, one must eat the frog. I can just imagine your face right now. No, friend, I don't mean a literal frog, although frog legs can really be quite fantastic. Yes, eating the frog is a quote from Mark Twain. If it's your job to eat the frog, It's best to do it first thing in the morning. If it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. Now, unless your job is actually eating frogs, this means that you should tackle the hardest project you have to do first. In my line of work, I don't always get a choice of who to battle first, but wherever I can, I'll never shy away from a challenge. It's the superhero code. Take a break. Like my mentor once told me, you can't be super all the time. Sometimes rest is just as important as work. To keep your wits about you and your senses sharp, you need to know when to take a break. You know how it goes. You've been working steadily for hours, and you look up to see that it's almost lunchtime. However, you still have another hour or so to go. This can cause you to feel a bit tired and maybe even frustrated. The answer here, citizens, is to take a break. That's what your brain's trying to tell you anyways. If you take a break at least once an hour, you'll crack one of the biggest pieces to the puzzle on not just how to be productive, but how to stay productive throughout the day. This is a great opportunity to grab a snack, go for a walk and stretch out your body, and give your brain a rest. But once you get back at it, remove the things that are distracting. Your cell phone, the internet, Facebook, and of all things that are the place to keep you from being the best version of yourself and keep you from completing your mission. If the place you're working in is too noisy, then my friend, you must correct this. Find a more quiet environment to work from. And if your boss allows you, maybe you can work from home if the office is just too distracting. Another issue that many people don't realize is actually an issue is music. Yes, the music you listen to may actually be distracting you. If you're listening to the latest pop hit, it'll have you bopping along and you'll be powerless against its catchy melody. This is just another piece of Procrastination Crustacean's plan to thwart any progress you've made thus far. But don't let him win. What you can do instead is listen to music, but a tune that doesn't actually have any lyrics. This isn't the case for everyone, but it could be just one thing that keeps you strong when the temptation to quit is too great. All right, my young grasshopper. I think I've given you all the knowledge I can, and now you must go and face the world on your own. Remember, I believe in you, and you too must believe in yourself to become the best great hero of productivity. How do you stay productive? Did any of these tips help? Let us know in the comment section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait, what kind of Bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.